click connect. Special Friday night audit. Stay tuned. Greg Sullivan, you have got the most amazing shirt I've ever seen in my life. What is that all about?
Hey, that's promoting our other show, 3 Minute Thursdays.
Holy shit, dude. What have we done? The mistakes that we're making right now, unbelievable.
You're going to haunt us for years. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Oh, special visitor. Hey, Mackay. How are you, baby?
She goes, good. I got a cookie. Now I'm leaving.
Yeah. Craig,
dog.
Craziest thing, I've been home for a week and I almost feel like I know what time it is, but yet here I am still confused.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
You know what day it is. And you know what time it is. It's time for an audit.
Yes. Everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday night audit, the only show in hospitality that admits, yeah, we book the worst guests. Why are you even here? Hey, I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Greg Sullivan. For some reason, our guests tonight are still there. And they're laughing, so I guess we're off to a good start. How are you, Greg?
That's probably the best start we've had since the inception of the show.
I would argue the best start we had is that time we lost power about 5 seconds.
Yeah. The power monster came in, but we have the right group on to talk about power. So,
we certainly do. I want to thank everybody.
Mr. Cards is here.
Hey, welcome. Sorry, there we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. It's Friday night. We hope that you are enjoying of your weekend. Father's Day weekend. I love it. It's like the one day a year where everyone has to pretend that I count. All right.
Oh, come on, Glenn. There's more than one day. There's maybe
also my birthday. Yeah.
Part of Hanukkah, not all of it, but part of it.
And Yom Kippur, because everybody's trying to atone for their sins and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm not so sure. All right, let's just jump right into it because we've got not one, not two, but 3 guests, all with a common theme. Is that right, Craig?
That is absolutely correct. And what that theme is debatable, but it's usually energy related. So
I feel like we're going to play a game of which one of these guys don't belong. All right, let's welcome to the show, Rick, Kevin, and Kenny, Commercial Green Solutions.
Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Everyone's enthusiastic. Whoa. Wow. That's not even that's a bi-coastal love you got there coming at you from the studios in Newport Beach and Long Island. Hey, Craig, I just realized both of us live on islands.
We do.
You think I would figure that out by now?
Post about that. Now David doesn't live on an island.
That's right. He's from Jersey. I don't know.
I mean, technically, I live in the North American / South American continent, which it could be considered an island because there is water that goes around the whole thing.
No, there isn't.
I don't think they would have named it continent if it was called an island.
So if you really think about it,
Australia.
If you count down past South America by the Drake Passage, up over North America, above Canada, there's water. So technically, I'm on an island of some sort.
Technically, you better start paying more in real estate in
But Craig, technically, I'm on an island, right? I have an island behind me. I'm in my game room, which Rick dubbed the public library, but there's an island behind me. So if I sit at this island, I'm technically on an island.
I'll give you that one. Absolutely.
Maybe. So I'm just,
It's just getting very confusing.
Hey, producer Suzanne's here. Dr. Producer Suzanne.
Oh, goodness. So, hey, guys, welcome to the show. I'm really happy you're here. I want to talk a little bit about what you guys are drinking because, quite frankly, I'm thirsty. But first... That's right. It's cocktail time. I hit the button. That's Kenny. That's from the vestige of when we actually used to drink a lot of hard alcohol on this show.
Durain.
Yeah. All right. So, Kenny, since you're new to the show, what are you drinking, and why White Claw?
Wow. Well, I am drinking White Claw because White Claw is law.
It's law.
Title. And there's a pool here, and during the summer in DC. A lot of rooftop pools, and we drink a lot of White Claw. So I have an ungodly amount of White Claw in my refrigerator.
Well, I will tell you, a lot of people around this house like that too, but I like Pacifico because it's terrifico.
Sweet. Right?
Yeah. Oh, hey. I made some fajitas the other night, so I wanted to have a beer to go along with it. So, Rick, what about you?
I'm drinking a hard cider called Bold Rock from the Carolinas.
Nice.
2012 vintage. So
nice. There you go.
Well, you just found it. You just found it in your garage or something like that.
It's all I have
in there. Yeah.
That's where that cider went. Kevin, how about you?
Rick's is high value. It's part of his retirement plan. I'm drinking a local Charlotte brewery called Birdsong. This is an Abbey Ale. So keep it Belgian. Keep it real. It's delicious.
Nice. That is yummy. So, Rick, I love that you got it. You're outside. I was going to be outside, but it's raining again.
Is it raining?
It's like the rain is supposed to come in like any second. Like right after I set out my soundboard, that's when the rain would start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's too bad. So, Rick, I love that you're outside. So, where are you exactly?
So, last time I think I was at the beach at our place, Glenn and I were kind of literally ocean to ocean. But I'm in Louisville, Kentucky because it's my granddaughter's birthday this weekend, her first birthday. So Louisville, thank you very much. Shout out to Evelyn Harper. No, just chilling outside. My lawn guy's making a lot of damn noise. But my grass is really shit, so I really need to make sure I can't stop him. So I'll be muting out occasionally.
Nice. Kevin, where are you at?
I was looking at Kevin's thing, and it says Hawkeye's less talented brother. What's that about, Dave?
Well,
he's talking about the mayor of Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, see,
that's filmed in
or
Pittsburgh.
MASH.
There's a thing about me, right? So I do a very good job of research into our guests, and I want to make sure that I find old historical information about them. And as I was doing my research, I found this really, really wonderful picture of Kevin.
Yes.
That is from, I think, his prom or maybe like his 10-year high school reunion. And it looks very similar to a certain actor. And there's Kevin in all of his glory in his 10-year high school reunion at the very least. Looks very similar to a guy named Jeremy Renner who plays Hawkeye. So this is what I find on the internet about you guys. So I don't think I can't find anything about you. So that's why he's Hawkeye's less talented brother.
Well, I mean, I think he's Hawkeye's more talented brother. I mean, Hawkeye was the worst Avenger. He has a bow and arrow.
I know. And here, what are you able to save with that? Kevin is saving people thousands in energy costs all the time. And this guy's just going, pew, pew, pew.
If anything, he's causing damage to buildings, and he's making us have to do billions of dollars in redevelopment projects.
Look, man, Kevin saves the world in energy. Kevin should wear a cape. Hawkeye's not even worthy of a cape. Are y'all with me?
But didn't Hawkeye actually save the gauntlet, though? He saved the gauntlet. He had the gauntlet in Endgame. It was Hawkeye.
It was Hawkeye.
Wait, Hawkeye he grabbed the gauntlet in Endgame?
Absolutely.
I must have dozed off.
Hey, let's let Hawkeye speak for himself, Kevin.
That was like the fifth hour of the movie. I get that a lot from that comparison, and I'm honored. I mean, Jeremy Renner's he's heard his story, like his survival and the way that he's brought himself back is absolutely amazing, super inspirational. So I'm happy to just even be looking like him. You know,
well, that's lucky.
I usually get the world, but you know, he survived an amazing scenario.
Oh, yeah. I know. That is absolutely incredible what he was able to survive. Well, good for you for being known to look like Jeremy Renner. Most people compare me to the clown from It, but what are you gonna do?
It's only because you have a red nose, Clown.
That's totally a separate comment.
That's hysterical.
Cheers.
Dave,
dude, now listen.
You're doing great today.
Really, Dave, but I gotta be honest. I'm scared of clowns.
Really?
Well, then you're gonna be really scared of this.
Yeah, you're you're gonna regret telling him that.
Listen, I got buddies, and they're always like, "Oh man, we're gonna send a clown to your house for your birthday." I'm like, "I'll kill that clown. Go ahead and send him." Like, I'm gonna punch that clown square in the face. I swear.
What if it was a very attractive female stripper clown?
No, I'm gonna punch that clown in the face. It's an issue. It's like
his wife is right outside of the camera.
Kenny, are you scared of clowns? Kenny, you look like the type of guy scared of clowns.
Absolutely not scared of clowns.
Oh, you're not? Okay. No. Am I the only one?
No, I just think they're weird and creepy myself. I don't.
That's my answer.
Yeah. Why are you dressed like that? What are you hiding?
Right?
Rick, did you go on the Gateway Clipper as a kid in Pittsburgh? That's where I got that clown thing from the Gateway Clipper. They have it roaming around. It's a boat.
I need to know about the Gateway Clipper. You got me curious.
That's right. So Pittsburgh, well known for its waterways and its bridges. So they have little tours of the Gateway Clipper. It's a boat, and you go on, you get candy, but they have this clown that kind of just roams around and taps you on the shoulder. And if you're 6 years old, all of a sudden you're traumatized for the rest of your life.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Google it.
That's pretty funny. It's probably sponsored by like the National Therapy Association or something.
Exactly. Childhood psychology. Come aboard.
There you go.
That's hysterical.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What do we got here?
That's a great clown.
That's a great clown. That is a top-notch clown.
Best clown.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Best clown.
Yeah.
That Pennywise thing, that freaks me out. Like Pennywise, like it, forget about it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey,
bring up Bozo the Clown for them, David. Let's get the read.
Craig's taking it back old school.
Yeah.
I love Craig's timely references. That's even one that like I understand.
David's going, what? That's all. Everything we do is BD before David. There was no history prior to 1985.
Seven.
They would have been on top of that.
I'm getting closer, David.
If they would have been on top of that, Craig, he said, "Here's Bozo." It just showed my picture.
Well, I was busy changing your name.
Flying around. Yes.
That was his choice.
I got whipped.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
That's that terrible internet in Long Island for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what's funny is the first time we were on here, Durain, thank you for the shout out on the first time.
Yeah.
And for saying, "Hey, Nikki," for not acknowledging us at all. You know, I think it's great that the first time we're on here, like we almost broke up CGS because we had that long hot dog conversation where I found out live on
look at David
that my partner puts mayonnaise on a hot dog, and it almost ended the whole damn thing. And like we were a tiny company back then, like we have real people working for us now. So like the hot dog thing, that was.
That is, I think honestly, moving forward, if you're a broker, if you're developing a business, if you want to have anything to do with any kind of business thing, you should write into every contract very specifically. Mayo on hot dog is voiding a contract, and all of your shares and stock options are hereby forfeited and transferred to one David Mignano.
Right?
Who puts ketchup and cheese on hot dogs?
The best kind of hot dog.
Yeah, well, I will tell you, this show and this show and you guys can't go without us talking about another major hot dog scandal. Joey Chestnut banned from competing in Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest on July 4th. The guy went ahead and signed with Impossible Foods.
Yeah.
and they're not too happy about that.
But it's okay. It's okay. Netflix has you guys covered.
Netflix.
That's true.
Netflix because
Well,
he's going one versus one versus Kobayashi on Labor Day.
Oh, on Labor Day?
What? Live?
1-on-1 versus Kobayashi?
Man,
whoa!
Flip the script.
Yeah, but listen, I know a lot about hot dogs, so I can eat 8 to 10 of them at a time. That's not a joke. True story. That being said, Kobayashi had that jaw thing. Like Kobayashi had that jaw thing, so he's like a little disabled when it comes to eating hot dogs. So that's not even a fair fight, man. That's lousy. Lousy.
How long are we going to stay on this hot dog kick? I mean, the hot dog shaming.
We're going to break it out right now because we have 2 great questions. First, from Mr. Lord Daniel. Hey, the name Commercial Green Solution rings a bell. Any chance you all know Don Meredith, Kristen West, Zachary Simpson? The great team helped my property with a seamless energy savings upgrade.
Yeah.
Well, look,
One of those
people is my wife, so I know she doesn't. And she's like standing over there. So talk about clowning around. But no, absolutely. That's a great
I told you she was out of frame.
So Don Meredith is a guy that we brought on board. So we got this weird team at CGS. We got a little bit of everything, right? We got these clowns on here. You got Jeremy Renner. You got Omar Epps. We got a little bit of everything on our team. And and so Don Meredith worked for Interstate for 74 years.
Wow.
And we're like, wow.
That's a little bit of time right there.
How many years, Rick?
74, 75. I can't remember the exact number. So like everybody that works for everyone that works for Ambridge now at one point worked for Don Meredith. Like at one point, like they all worked for like their presidents, like people like that. Yeah. And so whenever Don Meredith gets involved in something, it's like, oh crap, Don Meredith. And like people get buttoned up. Like he's the one person that's really respectable at CGS.
Also, Don Meredith, great name for a news anchor, I think, right?
Well, wasn't he a quarterback for the Jets, Dandy Don Meredith? Now that I say it out loud.
Dallas Cowboys and Monday Night Football with Howard Cosell and God knows who else.
So
David would have to tell you that's his expertise.
Yeah.
Well, I would say this: Don Meredith sounds like it's a band, like a member of a certain band that's going to be playing at the Sphere soon. And Kim Gibbons wants to know, Glenn, are you going to go see them?
Funny, we were just talking about that beforehand. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not really much of an Eagles fan. There's kind of like if the song comes on the radio, I don't turn it off. But I've never said in my life I want to listen to the Eagles. But
be careful, G.
But it's a Sphere.
But I'd like to go see a show with the Sphere. Kenny, I love live music. And I'm happy about that stuff. But I'm just Eagles is just like whatevs,
Kenny, who's your favorite band?
Yeah, and Kenny Weston, by the way, you sound like you should be playing with Branford Marsalis in some jazz club somewhere.
When I'm not looking for any ways to be energy efficient, that's what I'm doing. Actually, it's all about live music and
brass.
Jazz.
Nice.
Plays the brass.
Love it.
I play the bass actually. Rick.
For real? That's awesome.
Really?
I don't really, but I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, you got me. God damn it.
But Kevin and I did jam out at a conference in Seattle. This is no lie. Like Kevin was killing the freaking guitar. I'm pretending like I know how to play the drums. Great footage, looks amazing. And if Kevin were not married and he was hanging out with a single guy like me, we would definitely clear out everything. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
Oh,
okay.
He's looking over at his wife now, going,
I had no idea.
Wife's not letting me out with you again, Kenny.
So, Kenny, you're an Eagles fan then, and I don't mean the Philadelphia.
I'm a Commanders fan.
No, I'm going back to the Sphere, the music.
He had football.
I just wanted to be clear. I'm not allowed to say like Eagles and fan. That cannot even like.
Listen, my wife's from Philadelphia, so I understand what you're talking about here. Every freaking minute, it's like fly, Eagles fly. I want to like kill myself, but.
Well, look at this.
That's because I'm a Jets fan.
Hey, that's because
Kevin. That's great.
And that's because Rick gives Durain free shit all the time.
I do.
In spite of the mayo, she still saved a ton.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, for CGS's team, speaking of music, we do have, I think we could probably field a whole band. We got a drummer. I do play bass for real.
Uh-huh.
Rick is a just singer extraordinaire. We got a guitar player. Who plays guitar on our team?
Ricky and Jonathan.
Oh, that's right, Ricky and Jay. Yeah.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
I think next time around, we're gonna have to do. We'll go someplace and try to actually rehearse and do some type of CGS cover band.
We can release our first signal on a Friday night audit.
Ooh,
single or a signal?
Both.
Finally, someone's found a way to take us off the air. I love that.
We're like, we've heard enough. We've heard enough.
Yeah.
And actually, do you have a picture of Questlove, Dave, that you can pull
Rick,
up?
Rick, you are reading my mind, dude.
Yeah.
You're great at this. You were doing
So
great.
listen. So this guy Rusty,
Yeah.
and Rusty's another one of our older, mature adults that work at CGS.
Seasoned.
Thank you. Rusty is seasoned. So if you pull up a picture of Questlove, I think most people know Questlove, the drummer from the Jimmy Fallon show, right? From the Roots. Our guy Rusty that runs all of our rebate stuff, our guru, was Questlove's drum teacher.
Really?
Oh, cool.
No joke.
Wow.
No joke. So he was traveling around in a band in the 70s with Questlove's mom and dad. Like a rhythm and blues kind of rock band, right? And so he was Questlove's drum teacher. I mean, CGS has name drops, y'all. We got name drops.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. So how's that work? One day he just comes up and says, from now on, I want to be called Questlove. How do you get one of those things in there?
It's like, I'm Bill,
G-Love.
or you can call me Questlove.
Yeah.
Glenn will now be referred to as G-Love.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it.
Dave's already changing the name.
Yeah. No, he's like, I don't know, he's rubbing his face or something like that. I don't know what's going on.
Why are you reporting on my behind the scenes activities, Snitch?
I'm just play-by-play, baby.
Your reaction?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, I don't want to start controversy on the show, but we started a conversation before the show started and it got kind of heated. And you're like, hey, save this.
Yes, we saved several things for the show. Yeah, we don't. I don't
remember any of them.
I do. Actually, I do.
I'm glad somebody does.
So Kenny, how many emails do you get from me by the time you get to the office at 6:30?
Oh God, this morning I probably got I got 23.
Yeah.
Damn.
They started at 4:30. Yeah. I think I responded at 7:30, and I felt like I was lazy. I felt like
you're a punk. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I used to start work at like 9, 10 o'clock, and now that I'm old and I start at 6:30, I'm like, why am I not getting responses at 7 a.m.? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I always get responses from you. You're we do a lot of stuff in the morning.
We do actually, Glenn.
But then I texted Glenn at 9 p.m. at night, and there's no chance of me getting a response.
No,
he's asleep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Dave, I'm on your page with that. I like this, like a nice 11 p.m. response,
So we're talking about this before the show starts, y'all. The people watching, we're talking about this before the show starts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know that emailing Kevin before 9 o'clock is worthless. And basically I'm not even allowed to text him like earlier because waking him and his wife up if I'm texting him at like 5 o'clock, like normal people do, like in the morning, like I don't, he gets upset. And then what did you say, Kevin?
There's a mute button for the phone.
My phone goes into sleep mode, and only the people in my favorites are able to contact me during. Now I do need to actually vindicate myself because
no. I want to know why I'm not in your favorites. I want that answer first before any vindication occurs, like the Mayo thing.
The vindication is
you're not a favorite.
You're beneath my wife in the favorites, dude.
Oh. Wow. What's that? What are those two words there? It says just.
Where's the mic? Where's some kind of like
above my dad and below my wife?
Yeah, but
that's really inappropriate.
You, I hope. I hope you're like if she has to call you, you've got a bigger issue. She's laying there.
What if she's on the other side of the house? You don't want to have to scream. You just pick up the phone and make a phone call.
No, it apparently doesn't.
It will dial through. If you ever dial me, it will dial through. Whether I answer is a different story. You are in my favorites.
Oh, he's calling you right now.
Well, Rick, I think at 3 a.m. on a random Sunday, I think you should test this theory. It's not going to matter now because he's not in sleep mode.
It's not sleep mode, Rick.
Oh, okay.
These are normal hours.
We're gonna test it at 2 in the morning.
Actually, we should test this. Here, check this out. All right, so I'm gonna put this in focus.
David, call Glenn, would you please?
Focus to do not disturb.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it up here.
Yep.
All right, Rick, call me.
This is why we're a top 10 show in hospitality here, guys.
Whoa,
holy shit.
You burned through the do not disturb. You went right on through.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's impressive. That's actually impressive.
We are.
Did you guys learn that from Chris Angel? I think he does that trick in his English show.
I think Kevin needs a raise for that.
Well, I mean, he makes more than I do, so he's fine. That's it.
Where'd he go?
Here's the company check.
He went to go cash a check. Yeah.
What are you showing us?
It's the company checkbook. I can write my own checks to myself.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Embezzlement is fun. That's always good.
Right. Piracy
But I'm telling you that I'm writing it right now. So is it embezzlement if I'm telling you I'm writing?
I mean, listen, if you went into your court date looking as fly as this guy, I think you'd be just fine.
Right.
Right.
That was good, David. That was
and
good.
Dave, pull up that more like recent Jeremy Renner picture because that one you showed because it actually does look like Kev.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin, you get it all the time, right? Seriously.
Yeah. If it's legit, you must have quit.
Nice.
Craig, do you ever get any like comparisons, Craig? Because I got one in my head, but I'm just curious.
Oh.
Who do you?
It kind of depends if my hair is really long or not.
Does one start with Sir and end in Bronson? Richard? Can we get a side by side?
No. It's always on the musical side. So.
I was thinking like some guy that used to be in the Godfather movies that just hung around a long time. Like I could see that. You have that Godfather kind of look now as you've gotten older.
Man.
You got it.
I got a text. And I'm not even going to say from who. But they are seeing the Glenn comparison and they've copied this on it.
It's uncanny. That's actually my baby picture.
That's messed up. So y'all ready for the interesting Kenny?
That's what my mom's doctor said.
So Kenny,
several times as I've heard the story.
Kenny's interesting fact. So Kenny is our vice president of business development, and what else are you? Marketing. That's right, marketing.
And you subjected him to this show.
I did.
I did.
And Kevin,
to be fair, at the marketing side, Kenny's like, let's not do this. But he was bullied.
He didn't want to show. Kevin, what do you say about Kenny?
I mean, we're really going to put this out there.
Throw it out.
I'm not saying,
are we really putting this out there?
Yeah, I mean.
Hit the mute button.
The dirty laundry.
We may have to give them the screen. Hold on.
Oh. I'm not saying that Kenny's going to replace Rick, but I'm not saying it. He's eventually, not anytime soon. I'm not saying that. Got a lot to learn, Kenny, a lot to learn, but you're doing great, buddy. We're really proud you're here. We're really happy you're here.
I will say Kenny does have the $1 million smile.
He does.
He does have the face of a franchise type of look.
He's substantially younger,
But listen, Craig, I'm not on that
the twilight of his career.
Listen, I'm not on that favorite list.
It's really good corporate planning for the future.
Craig,
really I commend you, Kevin.
Hold on, Craig.
Kenny's got a told him when he starts talking, we're going to let him talk.
Kenny's got a very mute. Kenny's got a very good point. Kenny, what were you saying?
I am not on the favorites list, so I don't care what is being said right now. I am not on that favorites list, so I have a ways to go. You know what I mean? So I got some
answer. Good answer.
I thought you were going to say, Kenny, the big question is, what do you eat on your hot dog? And then Kenny's going to say, I don't eat meat. I'm a pescatarian. He's a pescatarian.
He also signed that deal with Impossible.
He's gone.
See, gone.
He lost everything I said that was good about him is now removed and replaced.
Yeah, if you don't
he still has the $1 million smile, but no hot dogs and no show.
Did you take him off the screen because he's a pescatarian?
We can still see him. He's got like $1 million smiling all the way to the bank right now.
I'm like, wow, that's like weird prejudice to take a pescatarian off a screen. That's like really bad.
Hey, Jerry.
Well, here's the cool thing. I can do it to you if I want to. I can do it to anybody I want because I run the show.
He runs the show.
It says it right there.
Never argue with producer David.
Just don't do it.
Hey Dave, have you ever seen that it's a hot dog meme on Instagram that goes around every now and again? Don't pull it up, but have you ever seen it? It's the one.
You mean this one?
Yes.
No, I'm not sure. I do know that there's a big Oscar Mayer hot dog in Times Square that shoots off confetti at 12 o'clock every day.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Glenn, you're not there doing a selfie or a video?
I did see the giant hot dog when I was in Times Square at the NYU investment conference a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, whatever.
Maybe we need to have that moved out to the Houseman Smokehouse Resort, Pool House, dispensary, brewery, swim club, and Yatchet Club so that you could send confetti all over your neighbors' yards.
Yes, that would be a really good idea.
Doreen's got a comment.
Yeah.
She needs to add on to what we were talking about before. She gets emails from Rick at 4 a.m., probably 10 a day, telling her that she's losing money if she doesn't call CGS.
Hey, Doreen, how many emails did you get from me at 4 a.m. during our Mexico deal? Also, dealing with the lender.
Do not confuse a professional email with a drunken text, Craig.
Trust me, it wasn't. Not at 4 a.m. I was sober. I just
back
got off the phone with V-Spot in Germany, our lender.
So back to the hot dog. The reason why it's like I feel like I've been there, done that, because they Fish did this back in the 90s where they got into a giant hot dog and went across the arena, which is a whole lot of fun. And then they brought it back for New Year's Eve 2000. So it's like I've been there, done that. It's hanging in the Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
In your backyard?
Cleveland.
No, in Cleveland, yeah.
Cleveland.
I'm actually super proud of my 6.5-year-old son. Has the palate of someone much, much younger. He just at 6.5 had his first hot dog this week.
What?
First. Wow. He's never had a hamburger. He puts things in the mouth and physically gags sometimes.
Really?
Did he put mayo on the hot dog?
Maybe that was probably the thing. He's like, I don't want.
Look at that face on David.
It's very concerning to me.
He just had spaghetti.
I hope producer Suzanne got a screenshot of that.
You can always go back and get the recording.
Yeah, 5 years later, you're still disgusted by that mayo on that hot dog. Still disgusted. It's awesome.
It's amazing that it made such an impact on you that you're still talking about it to this day. I mean,
there's certain things in life that just cannot be forgotten, and that is one of them. That thought of a mayo and a hot dog.
Are y'all able to pull up that picture that Kenny sent of himself for the thing tonight? Y'all have access to that to pull that picture up?
What did I send?
That one you're looking under the hood?
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to you about irony. I want to teach y'all about irony real quick.
Was that emailed to us?
Yeah, it was the picture on a little promo thingy.
It was.
I don't have that yet.
It's probably just sent to Craig.
Yeah, so listen, here's the deal. So Kenny had this, like we all have different takes on what CGS is. My take has always been, if you like free shit, you're going to love CGS. That's right? Kenny's is, we'll give you a free look under the hood. And it's really catchy. It means you can tell this guy's in marketing and business development. Nothing not smooth, right? The irony of him looking under the hood,
David.
He doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah, he's got a car, but no driver's license or insurance. Welcome to California.
Kenny, whose car did you get that picture taken under?
Oh,
here's the story.
Yeah.
It's not really a story. I have a neighbor who I'm actually looking at this building right now, and we having our pool bash, drinking White Claw, and I said, "Hey, look, I need to look under your hood." And he looked at me like I was crazy. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, pull the car behind the building and take some pictures of me looking under the hood." So I go when I get changed and I put on the CGS shirt, and we're in the back behind the building taking pictures of me looking under the hood. People are walking by looking at us, and he was like, "Yo, that was pretty weird, dude." And I was like, You're part of greatness. And I just walked off.
You're part of greatness.
You're part of greatness. True story.
All right, look, I'm
funny.
I'm not saying that you're replacing Kevin, but I'm not saying you're not. I mean, he's Jeremy Renner, for God's sakes.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God.
So we're at this event, Glenn and Greg. We're at this event, and like they have this improv guy up front. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to take some people on stage. We're going to do improv." Great. Of course, Kenny's got the $1 million smile sitting in the front row. Who gets picked? Of course, Kenny gets picked. Kenny always gets picked.
Of course.
Brings Kenny up. He's like, "All right, you're the driver," and I'm sitting there knowing Kenny doesn't know how to drive, right? And so he sits down and he's like, "All right, I want you to start driving the car and you're going to do this, this, and this." And Kenny's like this, and he's like this. He's like, "All right, we got to hit the brake." And Kenny went. Kenny thought he had like an air brake on a car.
He was flying a jet or something.
Well,
my defense, he threw off the improv guy.
It was a bus, Rick. I was driving a bus. I was confused. I was nervous.
That's the door, Kenny. That's the door. It's not the brake.
But Craig, I was driving a bus singing "Sweet Home Alabama." So let's get the whole.
There you go. And hey, you know what? I'd open the door too because if it's going to crash, I'm jumping. Okay.
Oh man, that was out.
That's funny. Oh God.
So Kenny, how did it come to be that you never did the driving thing? I mean, you actively must have made the decision not to, right?
Well, no, I drove at one point. Then I just stopped driving. And really, what happened?
Is that right? That was immediately after the judge told you.
Yeah,
is that what happened?
But no, long story. This is a true story. I had a license, and I was here, and I was in Boston, and went out to a bar, and the guy was like, "Hey, you know this license is expired?" And I was like, "No, I didn't know it was expired." So I get back to DC, and I go to like swap it out, and they said, "Oh, well, you can't get another driver's license because you need to take the test over again." And
God! Right.
And I was like, "Okay, I'll be back." And I never went back. Right. So I went back a week, and I was like, "Hey, just give me an ID."
ID card.
I haven't driven a car in 8 years or so like that. My mom is pissed about it, but I don't drive.
That's
good for you, man. I love that.
So how did the three of you guys meet?
Well, so we.
It was the dating game. There was a revival.
Oh, that's good.
Kevin was on
Love Quest, a whole new meaning.
Yeah. Kevin swiped right.
That was the name of the show.
Kevin swiped right for a younger bald guy, and this is what we got. Kevin, is that accurate? Is that pretty much catch it? Or?
Wow. You guys haven't heard of the Find the VP app?
Find a VP app. No, Glenn and I can't get corporate titles anymore. It's just like they won't allow Glenn, David, and I all in the same city in New York.
Well, all kidding aside, for a serious moment.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's hard with me, Glenn. You know that's very
time.
Rare. Yeah. So Kenny was working with another company with whom we worked, and this guy just kept showing up, and he really didn't have that. In my opinion, he didn't have an offering that really fit the CGS we give away free shit model. Mm-hmm. But this guy, he had it, right? Mm-hmm. He had it. Yeah. And I said to Kevin, because I've been on several calls with him, and Andrew Pregel, our VP of lighting, brought Kenny kind of into this picture. And Andrew brought him. He's like, "You're going to fall in love with this guy." And the reality is I did. And he has this energy, and he actually freaking cares about energy. Nice. And like that's finding awesome. Someone with personality who's somewhat intelligent and they care about energy. I mean, I'm not saying he's replacing me, but he's better than me.
Right.
I mean, so
to be fair, it's not really a high bar. So I don't know.
Glenn and I always tell people we don't want to be the smartest ones in the room, and there's a good reason for that.
We're never at risk of that.
Yeah. Kenny has a passion towards what we do. He has a passion towards his clients. He really freaking cares. And like he wants to bring value to people every freaking minute. And he's passionate.
Salesperson, absolutely.
And actually just more of a caring person. Like he just legitimately freaking cares. And so I said, "Screw it, Kevin. We got to bring this dude on. Like we're stealing him." Yeah. And so whatever it takes.
I think what you find is like with that type of passion and development, like all that stuff happens naturally just because like you're not trying to sell. You're just trying to we are trying to literally bring value in an area that people don't necessarily know what's out and available. And whenever Kenny jumps on a call, like, how can you not be just like, all right, dude, what do you got to say? Because I got to hear what you got to say. And it's been an amazing. What do we have? How long? Almost a year? Coming up on a year and a couple months.
Almost a year. Almost a year. Right at about 9 months. So yeah, almost. Well,
I want to say
10 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
The team that has been built at CGS in the last 18 months, I want to say. The amount of quality folks that have joined our team, and ironically, so many of them have come through Andrew Pregel. His experience he's had in the industry in multiple different arenas, lighting or the HVAC side, like he is somebody that attracts talented and quality people to him just as a friend and as individuals. And for him to actually reach out and say, I think this person will be valuable to our company, he has not been wrong in about the 6 people that he's brought to us.
Right.
So I think he's basically he didn't even know it. He's head of HR now. So congratulations.
When we get HR, I quit. You all know that. That ain't gonna work.
Glenn, what have I always said about HR?
Nothing nice.
Well, besides that, what is the one through line that I use every time about HR?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, you do. Come on, say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
I can't. I'm down to decent. Hold on. Now I gotta.
Okay. I always say that HR there's nothing more than a bunch of glorified bathroom monitors. And
that is
all
true.
you HR people can give me as much shit as you want. You guys need to be reorganized. None of you stay in place. You all book after 5 years because you're ready to go crazy because you don't have any personal relationships or any connections in any job that you have. And they've corporate America and Wall Street have put you guys in a situation that is not tenable.
You really rescued that one. I thought you were like going to turn every HR person in the world against you. And
you can all go to work for Glenn Hausman and no vacancy news.
That's because we're definitely lacking HR people over here.
Yeah, listen, the talk before this thing, no HR, like, and so all kidding aside, like Kenny, bringing him on and the other folks we brought on, because y'all know back in the day when y'all brought us on early and Glenn, we'd be on your thing and Craig yours. Mm-hmm. Like we were white knuckling it, right? Kevin and I are just busting it. Yeah, and we discovered truly was if we literally just took basically some of the best people from all the companies we work with, the most highly respected to have passion towards what they do.
Yeah.
It works, man. And I'm not.
That's the key. Yeah.
It is, right? Like getting good quality people that freaking care. I mean, you do care, Kenny, don't you? I won't speak for you.
Absolutely. I do care.
By the way, that did not sound rehearsed, so I'm very impressed.
Yeah, no, there was no delay either.
Yeah.
I think that HR stands for home runs, and CGS is about home runs, low-hanging fruit.
Good recovery.
No brainers. Let's get it.
Love that. Well,
Kenny,
see, now,
listen,
we've got HR.
Moment, I'll tell you this. Kenny taught us something super valuable, too. He's like, Rick and Kevin, y'all are so smart for building this thing like this, but y'all are so stupid. You were always drunk, Craig.
When I was at HR, yeah. How else do you think I dealt with them?
And also the reason why he was being called there. Yeah.
I just thought that was a real serious heartfelt moment, and then she called you a drunk, Craig.
Yeah. Well, she's my sister. She can get away with it.
She's wonderful. But no, what Kenny taught us.
He means it with love.
I mean, Craig, you and Glenn and I have been around so damn long. Like, if you played that Kevin Bacon game, like we're all separated by like 1 degree from everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Like we know, between the three of us, we know everybody, I think.
Yeah.
And but what Kenny taught us when he came on board, he's like, y'all, Kevin, Rick, you're so smart for building this, but y'all so stupid for not realizing the same crap y'all do with the hotel industry works for any commercial building.
Exactly.
And Kevin and I were like,
oh, yeah.
So like
good point, Kenny.
Good Travel Centers America today. They don't understand this thing. They want it. They want free shit. Everybody wants free shit.
You guys have got the unique opportunity to, besides, your focus on hospitality.
Yeah.
It's office buildings. It's shopping centers. It's strip malls. It's universities. It's hospitals. It goes on and on. Multifamily, condos, resorts, all of it. And, if anything, there's too much product out there for you guys to cover it all.
It is.
So you've got a great market just in multifamily through the rest of commercial real estate. I mean, like our friend Jessica Janis, she works at Corning. Okay. And it's not just hotels. It's the BMO Stadium here in Los Angeles. It's the Warrior Stadium up in San Francisco. It's the big house at UM. It's the Longhorn Stadium that they're doing. And it goes on and on. And she also did Resorts World and a few other places.
Wow.
And, you've got the opportunities not only here in the United States, but all of North America, throughout Canada, Toronto, Vancouver in particular. But you've also got South America and you've got Europe as well. So, I admire what you guys have created and bringing Kenny in, and now seeing that you've got this additional area to play in and bring things to reality for all types of ownership groups and management companies. You've got nothing but an untold amount of success in front of you.
It's blown my mind, Craig, like talking to like public companies. Yeah. And you talk to them and they have no clue about this stuff. And it just blows my mind, because I would just assume if some schmuck like me and Kevin can figure this out, you're a public company. You probably figured
it's not on their radar screen. It's on their asset manager's radar screen, but not theirs.
All right, but if we're giving shout outs about CGS, I'm gonna give a shout out about Craig Sullivan and Glenn Houseman.
Uh-oh.
Nah, looking. If I had anything left to drink, I'd give you a cheers.
Here.
When it
Here's
was
a fresh bottle for you. Here.
Thank you, brother. When it was just us white knuckling, y'all got our message out to people.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
We appreciate y'all.
Pleasure to help,
man.
I appreciate you.
So where's my check?
Oh God.
We already cashed out. Checkbook?
Yeah, Kenny, where's my check?
I don't know, Dave. Did you just come back in and save the day? I feel like you popped in and he was like, "This is getting too mushy. Let me."
That's
what he does.
Dave, now that you're back, I actually want to make a transition, so I'm going to bring up this not this question. So Mr. Card's saying, "Hey, cheers, boys! It's Friday. Question for everyone: what's your bucket list for this summer?" Who wants to jump in right there? Sorry, I'll let you take over from now on. Sorry.
All right, so here's how you really do this, Glenn. If you know how to host a real good show, what you would have done was throw it to somebody. So what you really want to say is, all right, guys, I got this. Cheers, boys! It's Friday. Question for everyone: what's your bucket list for the summer? That's a great question, Daniel. Kenny, why don't you take it away? What's your bucket list for the summer?
I'm glad you learned that from me.
That's actually awesome. So our bucket list. Am I allowed to say this on the show?
Oh, we're going to find out.
I don't know, because you got to say it for us to find out.
What?
It's all right. We don't care what the language is.
Okay. No, I'm just joking. No, literally, we have a WhatsApp group, very esteemed group, filled with young professionals in the DC area. And one thing on our bucket list is to we want to proactively get banned from every rooftop pool in Washington, D.C. within our 5 blocks radius. So,
everybody should have a goal.
And we've successfully been banned from one, and we're working on the other. So
Kevin and Rick, just so you know, that's your face of business development right there.
I love that. Glad.
Why did he's narrowing the field down to the winners? Yeah.
Are these commercial buildings, Kenny?
No.
They are not commercial buildings, Rick. These are not
ranches in Colorado.
These are not commercial buildings. These are it's Roblox, Rick. It's all Roblox. It's jokes. Okay. All Roblox.
There you go. See. So, Rick, what's on your bucket list for the summer?
My wife and I are going to Europe for August.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice. So what part of Europe?
What's that?
What parts of Europe
are
you going?
So we're going to start in Barcelona. Then we're doing like a 3-week. And by the way, I work this whole time. Kenny and Kevin will confirm this. When I travel, I work. But then we're going to do like a 3-week cruise because we love that lifestyle. Like we love everybody taking care of us every day.
Is that in the Med or is that a river trip?
It's Med. It's the Med. Yeah. So that's my bucket list. I'm not going to get thrown. And I want to get thrown off the cruise. Maybe that should be my goal. I want to get kicked off of Princess Cruises.
We can help you with that. We can help you with that.
Not a good swimmer. Kevin.
What about you?
Well, related to his trips, the time change really screws the team up whenever he's emailing.
Yeah.
He should be emailing on normal business hours at that point, then, right?
When he's emailing at 6 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock our time. It's actually that's better for me. I'll respond.
That's better. Yeah.
So for me, I've got 2 young kids. So whenever we do bucket list things, it's really just family vacations and just watching my kids in another more beautiful location as opposed to doing it at home with how crazy they are. But I'd much rather do that than be stuck in one place. So fortunate to be able to go travel and spend a week at the beach, leaving tomorrow. So
nice. Good for you.
You're going to get kicked out of some part of that beach, right? Just keep it consistent, right? At some point.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Dave, where are you going to get kicked out of? Like a subway or something?
The bus.
I'm going to wear a mask on the subway, and they're not going to allow me in. That's what's going to happen.
That's it.
I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
That's Craig. Fine. What about you?
Couple of things. I got a new car coming. I'm going to do a little road trip up Highway 1 in California, and then I'm going to go visit my house in Maui and get some scuba diving in.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah. We also, we have a picture of Craig's new car, by the way.
Oh, let's see it.
There you go.
Very green.
No engine, just batteries.
That's the only car that's gonna fit in Craig's streets.
I know.
Now, I got one. It's just a little.
Last time I visited California, that was my rental car.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Like legitimately,
nice.
It was.
And when you go into Beverly Hills with that, they check to see if you are part of the security team or part of the housekeeping team.
All right, Glenn, what do you do? What's your bucket list for this?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Go
to Japan.
Yeah, that's not happening. I'm not going anywhere real. So my bucket list is that the weather actually holds out for a little while, so I could actually freaking hang out in my own backyard. Yeah.
At the Houseman Smokehouse, Clubhouse, Swim
Houseman
Club.
Resort Pool Club, Smokehouse, Dispensary.
So what?
No, brewery, yacht club.
I think I've given up on the brewery. I can't get my act together to fucking brew that shit. So I know.
Okay.
So
I'm just too damn tired.
Clowns, what's everybody else scared of? If I'm scared of clowns, because that picture really threw me, Dave. Like,
good.
What's everybody else scared of? Like,
me, it's the IRS mostly.
Oh, the IRS. Well, yeah.
I forgot about that.
I do have a pretty big fear. I'll be honest. I'll be straightforward. It's a pretty big fear. It's this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Kenny, what are you scared of?
Well, I don't know. I've kind of, and Rick is going to kick me for this, but I have a newfound love for the IRS. Since they passed this 179D accelerated tax deduction for energy efficiency investments. So I actually have a newfound love for it.
Oh, yeah, Rick, you need to change that shirt around.
Yeah, man. So
ABC. Always be closing. Go, Kenny.
That's right. Always.
Kenny was not fully briefed that we're not allowed to plug until the shameless plug section.
Right?
And you're technically a minute and a half early.
I was going to say we're actually right there as it is. So
that was a natural. It was a natural segue. That was. I mean,
it really was. That's the only reason why you're getting away.
So you know
with
what?
It.
Honestly, I think because we have 9,000 freaking shameless plugs to get through, all for the same company. David. We might as well get to the best part of the show.
That's right, it's Palooza. That's the reason why you tune in to help us here. So you could get Jesus.
Jesus.
Best part of the show because we're going to shill some products right now. We know how much you love that. Hey, we even got the pre-shill from Kenny. Kenny, take it away. Now you're legit.
Oh, God.
You know, sell away, my friend.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess I killed my son. But what I'll say is I think, the one thing about CGS, it gives us a chance to be creative. And I'm not going to take it from Rick and Kevin, but literally energy efficiency is really about being creative. Been working in this space for 16 years, and it really just takes understanding the space. So you got to be creative. You got to think outside of the box. And honestly, that's one of the things that drew me to CGS. It didn't tie me into one technology or one opportunity. It gave me the ability to be flexible. So I'm super excited about that. So if you're looking for a group that's able to be creative, come in with out of the box ideas, we're definitely that company. So
Kev,
awesome. Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, for years we've been we give away stuff for free. We utilize those rebate monies better than anybody. We do that paperwork that makes your eyes cross. But we also sell stuff. We have an entire lighting division that'll soup the nuts, whatever job you've got. So I'll let these guys sell. I just like to talk about our team because all 16 of us are. It's amazing. I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm so happy the way that we've grown. I'm excited about the future. And Rick and Kenny and their teams are the ones that are taking us there. And then my teams get to actually execute what they sell. So that's really the hard part. Let's be honest.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you have the hard work. My job's super easy because I'm just old and been around so long. I know everyone.
And all you do is barbecue.
Right. Exactly. But, we appreciate being on. And I guess my shameless plug will just be our relationships. Like when we have that thing that's so amazing and so like it's like too good to be true. We're the one group that, we don't have guinea pigs because we've already done this thing 1,000 times. Like, you don't believe it works, call ESA. You don't believe it works, call Ambridge. You don't believe it works, call Concord. Whoever you want to call. Like, we've done this so many times, and people trust us. And that's what I love about our company is that we've got the relationships we have in the industry and friendships like you guys too. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, well, thanks. And these guys are the real deal. Make sure you reach out to them. Dave, what about you?
Happy Father's Day, everybody. I don't know how many people on this show are fathers, but if you all are, happy Father's Day. And to everybody out there watching and listening, same thing. Enjoy it. Get a little break. Have some fun. Eat a steak. Have a hot dog. Basically, eat everything that Kenny won't. And then enjoy your weekend. Just don't put any mayo on the hot dog.
Friday, Craig?
Hey. Click 8. March 5th and 6th, 2025. We will be making an announcement soon on a new location.
Yeah.
And come join us. So it'll be a great event next year. Also, we're scheduling a couple of more live shows before we actually are back in production on Click Connect. So we'll have Kenny Weston on from Commercial Green Solutions. So you'll be hearing about what they're doing on that show. And then also, we got lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. So, but we can't tell Glenn yet because he's involved with about half of it.
I am?
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on.
And he's not getting paid for any of it.
Yeah, we never said you did.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Hey, come to High Tech. Come see me and, of course, our friend Anthony Melchiori do the opening keynote session. We're going to be talking about technology and how to keep the humanity in technology, even in this world of amazing change. So be sure to check that out. I'm also going to be I'm looking at my calendar over there. I'll be in Vegas for NBA Summer Weekend. I will be at we'll be at the Fish Shows of Mohegan Sun at the end of July. Come join me for that. That's really important stuff over there. I'll be at LendingCon. Hopefully, I'll be at the Southern Lodging Summit. I'll be at My Place event, and I'll be hosting stuff for Red Roof.
Wow.
Mohegan. Yeah, so that's all coming up in the next couple of months. That's fun. I hope I get, I'm loving being at home, and I love that it's
I like
summer.
that, David.
Yeah, this is the best. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I am freaking pooped. I need the weekend to begin, and I really can't wait to just lie around and
take 3 hour naps in your backyard.
So I took the most massive 3-hour nap the other day accidentally in my backyard, guys. This is how freaking tired I am. I've been traveling like a lot of us have been, but on Wednesday, I went outside just to sit down for a little bit, and I was out for 3 hours on my
Good for you.
Yeah,
you deserve it.
I needed that. I have not been sleeping well lately, but that doesn't really matter because this party's going to keep on rolling. We'll see you right back here next week with an all-new Friday Night Audit. And it's sure to be much better since these guys are not going to be on it. So tune in. See you guys later. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Aloha. Bye, Rick.